Still crazy. All right, whatever. I'll have to do. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting started. True Blue says, good evening, Hip Mobility fam. Good evening, good evening. Welcome back, True Blue. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. I got this little tiny light to make my friend's living room look a little bit more bright. It kind of makes it look a little crazy when I'm really close to the light. So now that you know how that works, enjoy the rest of the show. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and to make stretching a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So, if you're ready, let's get ready to warm up. But also, if you've somehow just popped in for the first time, hit follow, hit subscribe. All right, cool. Next, let's jump into our hip cars. This is our first warm up exercise. Hip cars look a little like this. We're going to start by lifting our leg as high as we can, directly in front of us. We're going to open up that leg to the side, boom, as wide as you can. Keep going. Flex those glute muscles back here. Try to pull that leg back. We're going to rotate the leg up so that the ankle and the knee are basically the same height. From the side, it's going to look a little bit like this. All right? But I want you to really work these muscles right here. And then I want you to rotate. Bring the knee down. Lift the ankle up. Bring it as low as you can. Lift the ankle as high as you can. And then stop by bringing the leg down and back. All right? When the leg is down and back, I want it to look a little bit like this. I want you to flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, feel the stretch right here in the front of your hip flexors. That is one rep. We're doing 10 of these on the left side, 10 of these on the right side. Let's get ready to go. High knee, open, ankle up some more, down and back. That's one. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's two. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's three. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's four. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's five. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's six. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's seven. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's eight. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's 10. Whew, those are some hip cars. Hopefully, after that, your hips feel a little tired because you're trying so hard to lift the leg up as high as it can go. And you're ready to take a couple of breaths to relax. All right, that's it. That's enough relaxation. Moving on to the other side. Keep that core nice and strong and tight. Try your best to keep your hips in more or less the same spot and then get that movement coming from the joint, not from your whole body shifting around. All right, let's go. High knee, open, ankle up some more, down and back. That's one. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's two. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's three. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's four. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's five. Keep going. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's six. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's seven. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's eight. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's 10. Oh, I lost balance at the end. That wasn't a super successful 10. That was like a half 10. All right. We're going to take a quick break. I want you to do a little shake, move around a little bit, take advantage of the fact that your hips are starting to loosen up and you're moving a little bit smoother to shake it out. Wiggle, flop, and move a little bit. All right. Catch your breath. And let's get ready to go backwards. We're going to do some reverse hip cars. What we're going to do is bring this leg back behind us. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, feel the stretch right here. We're going to lift that leg up to the side so that the knee and the ankle are about the same height. We're going to rotate the leg so that the knee comes down, the ankle goes up. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to rotate the ankle down, bring the knee up, and bring everything to the front. All right? That is one rep. We're going to do 10 of these to the front on the left leg and 10 on the right. Or sorry, yeah, 10 on the left and 10 on the right. Let's go back. Side. Try not to have something behind you that you can accidentally kick and knock over. I just brushed my toe against the storage thing behind me. That's 2. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 3. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 4. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 5. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 6. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. 7. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 8. 2 more. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 9. Last one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 10. Whew. Those are some reverse hip cars. Oh, if you're out of breath, if you're tired, it's completely normal. We got one last round, one last hip to do. Shake out your legs. Take a second. Relax. I think that's Che in the chat sending awesome emojis. Thank you. And let's wrap things up. The final leg. Keep that core nice and tight. Remember, we're trying to focus on using our muscles to lift our leg and rotate our leg into crazy places. Try to keep your hips more or less in the same spot. All right, let's go. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 2. Back, side, ankle up, ankle down, knee. That's 3. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 4. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 5. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 6. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 7. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 8. 2 more. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 9. Last one. Let's do it. Make it count. Lift as high as you can. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Whew, that is our 10 hip cars going forward, going backwards, left side, right side, all of it. It's time to move on to our second warm-up exercise. We're going to do something called the elephant walk. What I want you to do is fold at the hips, bring your belly button down towards the ground. All right? If you're a little bit higher up in your forward fold, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Just focus on bringing your belly button down towards the ground. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Nice and slow, relax. If your back rounds a little bit while you're relaxing, that's okay. If it rounds because you're trying to smash your face into the floor, smash your face into your knees, that's too much. Chill, okay? Just breathe and relax. Okay, from here, we're going to add a little bit of movement. We're going to bend one knee. We're going to straighten out the other leg. We're going to fold a little bit further forward. Feel that stretch in our hamstrings. And we're going to switch from side to side. Switch and switch. Remember, the goal is to feel it in the hamstrings and to move anyway. And there's not an exact number we're going to do because I'm going to just tell you about the rest of the show. And then whenever we finish that explanation, that's when we'll finish up. All right. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. This is our warm up. This is the second warm up exercise. So we're at the very, very beginning. If you like side splits, if you like hip mobility, I want you to know that we do this every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern, which means we started probably about 10 minutes ago. And we do this every day to help you practice some consistency, to help me practice some consistency. So, if you like side splits, if you like hip mobility, if you like consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back. Set an alarm, create a calendar invite, do whatever you got to do, and I'll see you for the rest of the show and hopefully in the next one too. All right, keep going. We're going to do 5 more, but I want you to really focus on bringing the belly button down to the ground. Fold a little tiny bit deeper. And 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. Pop into a squat, come back up into standing. That is our elephant walks. All right. We're going to move on into our third warm-up exercise. It is called thoracic rotation. Take a second. I'm sweating hard. Let's get ready to go. Stand up straight, open up those legs, not really wide at all. And we're going to get right back into the position that we were just in. All right, one leg is bent, one leg is straight. We're folding forward. From here, we're going to add to it. We're going to take the arm from the bent leg side. We're going to reach across to that straight leg. I want you to push off of that bone. I want you to open it up. And by it, I mean your chest and your back. Rotate. I want you to stick your other arm up into the air. I want you to rotate your neck to look at that hand. I want you to inhale. Exhale and reach over your shoulder. That's half a rep. Other side, bent leg, straight leg. Fold forward, bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Inhale, exhale, reach. Whew. That is 1 rep on each side. We're going to do 5 of these in total. I'm going to call out some instructions as we go, and I'm going to shorten it as we go because you don't need to hear it as detailed as that first go around. All right? Let's go. Number 2, bent leg, straight leg, bent arm, straight leg. Open up, look at the hand, inhale, exhale and reach. That's 2. Other side, inhale, exhale and reach. If you feel like you could go a little deeper, feel free to inhale, exhale, reach again without switching. Inhale, exhale, reach. Woo. That is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do this. Bent leg, bent arm, straight leg. Open it up, look at the hand, inhale, exhale, reach. That's 3. Other side, look at the hand, inhale, exhale, reach. That's 3. And 4. Other side, 4. And for the 5th and final round, let's do it from the top. One leg is bent, one leg is straight, one arm is bent, reaching over to the straight leg side. We're pushing off that shin bone. We're opening up, rotating our chest, sticking our arms up into the air, rotating the neck to look at the hand. Inhale, exhale, and reach. That's 5. Final one. Inhale, exhale, and reach. That is our 3rd warm-up exercise. That is some thoracic rotation. Hopefully, now that your spine is a little bit looser, you can add a little bit of movement, do a little shake, do a little bit of flopping, do some dance moves, relax, get and enjoy some movement in your spine. All right. If you can practice some body rolls, great. If you can pop up a shoulder and pop the other shoulder up, switch from side to side, get your hips to pop from side to side and get a little bit of movement in the spine and hopefully help yourself relax a little bit and move a little bit better. All right. We're going to move on into our 4th and final warm-up exercise. It's called the Cossack switch. All right. It looks a little bit like this. I'm going to scoot that out of the way. And we're going to open up our legs decently wide. It doesn't have to be crazy. And the shape is going to adjust as you adjust. So don't worry about how wide this is. What we're going to focus on instead is dropping down on one leg into a deep squat. All right. If you're really flexible, you can go real deep. Go deep. This other leg is basically doing a side split, just going off to the side. All right. If you're a little less flexible, you're new to the show and you're a little bit higher up, that's perfectly fine. That's perfect. All right. Wherever you are, our next step is to move our butts that away. And for you, higher up, it might look like this. Boom. Come on over to the other side. If you're a little deeper into the stretch, you might want to put your hands down. Help walk some of your weight over to the other side. And when you get there, inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Relax. All right. I'm going to try and scoop my butt a little further back so I'm not cut off. And here we go. From here, we're going to walk back. Put your hands down if you need it and come on back. If you need a little bit of support, because maybe you're not so deep onto the ground that you can really reach it, but you're not high enough that it's easy for you to come across. You're somewhere in the middle. Maybe grab a coffee table, maybe grab an ottoman, maybe grab a small stool to help use your hands and bring yourself over. All right. That is part 1 of rep 2 is confusing. We started number 2. Let's go back and finish number 2. Here's number 2 and keep going. If you realize you don't need your hands for support, feel free to continue without them. All right. That's 3 and 4. Keep going. 5 and 5. All right. If you're ready to make it a little bit more difficult, these are optional. You don't have to make it difficult. Go as hard as you want. All right. But if you want to make it more difficult, I want you to try and sit up a little straighter, lengthen the spine, stick your head up into the ceiling, and keep going. Boom. 5, 6, and 6, 7, and 7. If you're ready for a little less intensity, because this is making your knees a little achy, you can always come up a little bit. All right. And it looks like this. Come on up, across, down, up, across, down. That's 8. Let's do another one of these. Across, down, up, across, down. And finally, if you're ready for something a little bit more interesting compared to what we just did, we're going to do a squat into standing. All right. When I use this leg, we're going to power through. Go boom, boom, squat. We're going to slowly come down on the other side and do the same from this side. Ready? Squat. Boom. That is 10 reps of Cossack switches, Cossack slidey things, Cossack squats. That is our 4 warm-up exercises. Whew. It's time to get into the meat of our workout. All right. If you somehow don't know yet, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make it a little easier for you to stay consistent with our training. Okay. So if you like side splits, hip mobility, consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one after you finish up this one. All right. Let's get ready to move on. Before we begin the next exercise, I want you to grab a little bit of padding, a little bit of cushioning for your knee. If you have, what did I use yesterday? I used the couch cushion right here yesterday. If you have that, don't really care about getting a little bit of sweat on it, perfect. If it's washable, it's got a washable cover, awesome. But if you prefer, you can use an old flip flop. You can use a pair of sneakers. If you don't care about them, you can just stab your knee right into them, crush them a little, and that will be perfect because they got a little bit of foam, a little bit of cushioning. Today, I've got a yoga mat that I've rolled up and I'm ready to kneel on. All right, just a little bit of cushioning, a little bit of padding for my knee. And once you've grabbed your cushioning, your padding, we're going to be ready to begin. The first thing I want you to do is kneel up nice and straight. Knee, hip, shoulder, head in a nice straight line. And then I want you to extend one leg out in front while maintaining this nice straight line. Then I want you to fold your belly button down towards this thigh. All right? It's going to look a little bit like this. As soon as you get stuck, don't worry about it. Just breathe and relax. All right? Inhale. Relax. We got an alarm going off. Hold on. I wonder why we have a 9:20 p.m. alarm closing it. Give me a second. Oh, what are we doing? Jesus says, "Are you a faker?" No, I'm not. I just happen to be really far away from the chat, so I can't read it most of the time. And also, we do the show every single day, so I try not to make this show super long by responding to comments in the middle of it, so that our regulars can get through the meat of the exercises before I do Q&A at the end. Cool. All right. Anyways, I don't know if that person's on YouTube, but somebody thought I was pretending to exercise, which would be crazy because pretending to sweat really hard for you guys. All right, let's continue. Whew, where were we? We're inhaling, we're flopping over, we're relaxing. Why did I get distracted by the chat? It was because the alarm went off. Okay. Once you're folded a little bit more forward, you're going to feel that tightening in your hamstrings, and that's okay. That's what we want. We're forward folding into a deeper hamstring stretch. All right. What I want you to do is relax again. Just keep on inhaling and chilling. All right. Inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. We're going to go for a third time. Let's go. Inhale. Relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. From here, you're feeling the stretch. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to focus on bring your belly button to your thigh. How are we going to do that? We're going to bring your knee up. We're going to bring our belly button and our chest down to that thigh. And we're going to put our hands down for a little bit of balance support. Then we're going to straighten out the leg, trying to keep our chest low to the ground. All right? We're going to do that 5 times. What we just did was once. I'm going to try and scoot a little bit further back towards the wall so my body is not completely cut off. And let's continue. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out, that's 4, knee up, chest down, straighten it out, that's 5. What we're doing is practicing the skill of folding into our leg, right? When you're here, you've already mastered the essential skill. All that's left is straightening out the leg, right? It's basically what we're practicing, straightening out the leg. Cool? All right, once you've done all those, we're going to try our best to go a little bit deeper. What I want you to do is called the inhale, exhale, fold. All right, we're going to take a huge breath into our lungs. We're going to slowly exhale a bunch of air. And then while we're exhaling, we're going to fold a little bit deeper into our stretch. All right, let's go. Big breath in, inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo, that is a little bit deeper into our stretch. We're going to inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Let's go again. Inhale, relax. Third time's a charm. Let's go. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Now we're going to move. All right, we're going to practice that folding forward sensation. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 5. Let's go a little deeper. Y'all ready? Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Bring that belly button down. Woo, just do the best that you can. Yours does not have to look like mine. Once you're here, inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Again, inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Third time, inhale. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. And knee up, chest down, straighten out. Ready? Let's go. Knee, chest, straighten. What you might be noticing now is you find it's really easy to touch your knee and your chest together. If that's the case, raise your knee less. Fold a little bit deeper and straighten. Once you've done about 5, we're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. Y'all ready? Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep on trying to bring that belly button down into your thigh. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that is our hamstring stretch. We've only done one leg though, so bring both knees together. Come back into standing, or not standing, into kneeling, excuse me. Get back into the position we talked about earlier, where your hips are above your knees, your hips are underneath your shoulders, and your shoulders are right underneath your head. Sometimes your muscles are going to be a little sleepy because you've been forward folding for so long. I want you to flex your glutes, all right? Imagine somebody's about to spank you and you go, ugh, and you protect your butt. That's the type of contraction I want. Imagine somebody's about to punch you in the gut and you go, ugh. That's the type of contraction I want in your core too, all right? Core and glutes. Once they're both flexing, your muscles have woken up. We're going to start over on the other leg. Let's go. Get that nice straight line. Extend your leg out in front of you. Widen your stance a little bit if you need help with balance. If you don't, just get ready to fold forward. All right? Belly button down to the thigh. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Woo. As soon as you get stuck, remember, we're just doing the inhale, relax. Let's go. Big breath in. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg. My left leg is my less flexible leg. I have old injuries in the hamstring in this one, and it takes a lot more for me to fold forward. If you notice that that's the same for you, or whatever other leg is less or more mobile, that's okay. Just give it time. This is why we do them one leg at a time, so one leg doesn't hold both of them back. Cool? All right. Inhale, relax again. Inhale. Relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Whew. Third time. Inhale. Whew. Let your body flop into that leg. If your back is rounding because it's relaxed, that's fine. If your back is rounding, you're feeling a whole bunch of pressure in your neck, your upper back, your mid back because you're trying to smash your face into your knee. You're working too hard. Chill. Relax. All right. Let's go. It's time to bend the knee. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Remember, we're here to practice the skill of folding forward. A lot of the time when we're doing this stretch, we never bring our belly button down to our legs at all. We just get into this position. We're like, ah, and trying to shake our whole entire bodies into the ground. And that doesn't usually help us all that much. So keep on practicing that fold. Bring your chest down to the leg. And once you're done 5, it's time for us to go a little bit deeper. All right? Inhale, exhale, fold. Let's do it. Big breath in. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Bring your belly button down to the thigh. Ooh, that is our second go around. Let's go. Inhale, relax. Let your body flop into that leg. Let's do it again. Inhale, relax. Let your body flop into that leg. Third time, inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Let's go. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 3. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 4. Knee, chest, straighten. That's 5. Let's go a little deeper. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Exhale and fold. Ooh. And once you're deep, inhale, relax. Let your body flop into that leg. Number 2, let's go. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. Let your body chill. Third time, let's go. Inhale. Relax. Oof. All right. If that was too much breathing, you're hyperventilating a little bit, slow it down. It's okay. Recover. And it's time to knee bend. Let's go. Knee. Chest. Straighten it out. If you realize you don't need your knee as high to bring your chest down and touch it, feel free to only slightly bend the knee instead of fully bring the knee up. And once you've done your 5, it's time for us to rest in this position and hang out for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep breathing. 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. Slowly come on up. Bring your legs in underneath you. Oh, come back into that kneeling position for a second. Flex those glutes, flex the abs, and congratulations, we're done with our first stretch. It's time to move on to stretch number 2. You can get rid of whatever you are using for cushioning. We don't need it anymore. Toss it off to the side. What we do need is a wall. All right. I want you to generally find a wall. I know I don't have a wall right behind me right now, but I want you to scoot your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head up against that wall. I want you to bring your feet together, and I want you to pull your feet in towards your groin. All right. This is our second stretch. It's called the butterfly stretch. In other countries, in some other places, it's called the tailor's pose. All right. So if you're going to Google something later, you got the right keywords. From here, we're going to grab our legs, we're going to pull them in, and the goal of this stretch is to stretch out the groin muscles here in the center of your body. All right. The way we do that is by bringing our knees down into the ground. I want you to try your best to use your own muscles to pull yourself down so you build some strength, so you build some control. I want you to try to use your glutes, your outer thigh muscles, and push your legs down into the ground. Go ahead and give that a try. If you have no idea how to use those muscles, you're like, what? What is he talking about? Just focus on 2 things. 1, the stretch here in the groin has gotten more intense. You're going the right direction. 2, your knees have gone down towards the ground a little bit. You're moving the right direction. And the third thing you can do is take your hands, apply a little bit of pressure on the inside of the knee. I want you to try your best to push straight down into the ground. And We're going to hold for 30 seconds. Every time we exhale, I want you to see if you can push a little bit harder and open up your legs a little bit further. If you don't have a sharp, crazy, intense feeling of pain, it's just stretching, then you can keep going. All right, let's go. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. On the exhale, push a little deeper. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep going. 15, 14. Don't forget those muscles. See if you can contract your glutes, contract your outer thighs, pull your legs down a little deeper. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Oof, that is our stretch. Let your hands relax for a second. You can give them a little gentle shake, a little gentle flop. Wiggle your legs. Give them a little bit of movement to help them come out of that super squish down into the floor shape. And when your legs, your arms are feeling a little bit more relaxed, we're going to move on into our third stretch, the standing pancake. All right? The standing pancake looks a little bit like this. We're going to open up our legs about 30, 45-ish degrees. It doesn't have to be crazy. And we're going to get ready to fold our belly buttons down into the ground. But first, make sure you don't feel a tight pinching sensation here in the hip. If you're already super deep towards the floor and you're feeling a pinch right here, stop, bring your legs in back together a little bit. Make sure you can do a little hip wiggle. Make sure there's no pressure, pain right here. And we're going to fold forward. When you find your little natural stopping point, wherever that is our starting position. All right. From the side, it's going to look a little bit like this. There's a couple of things you can do to make this stretch a little bit more intense. You can make the stretch look a little bit more difficult. But first, let's talk about what the goal of this is. The pancake's goal is to fold your upper body in between your legs while your legs are wide. All right. When we're first starting, your legs don't have to be crazy wide, and you don't have to fold super deep either, right? This is what being a beginner is all about. So the reason why we're doing the standing pancake is because for most of us, for us beginners, it's going to be much easier for you to get the help of gravity pulling you down when your whole entire upper body is sort of just flopping over here, right? Gravity's pulling all of you down. And if you stick your arms out past your ears so that your biceps are by your ears, it's gonna make gravity's effect feel even crazier, cause leverage. And if you want to hold something in your hands, a small water bottle, a tiny dumbbell or something, that's gonna feel even crazier out there. Right? Now, once you're in this position, some of you who might be a little bit more flexible might find your face is really close to the floor. You don't like that. Or you're not strong enough to sort of lift your arms any higher. Your weights are on the floor. You're losing the intensity of that exercise. There's a quick tip. You can, instead of having your hips directly above your ankles or even forward, you can intentionally try to shift your butt backwards. When you pull your butt backwards, it's going to send your whole entire body back. It's going to lift what it's going to look like your chest lifts up and your arms are going to lift up a little bit so you get more intense of a stretch because gravity. All right? If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just stick your butt back. It will make it harder. Cool? Finally, the final last thing you can add is you can widen your stance. You can open up your legs and go crazy with this. You don't have to go crazy. It's completely optional. But if you want to, that is an option. All right? So find your position, open up your legs, stick your butt back if you want to, extend your arms in front of you if you want to. Again, everything is optional. The only thing that's important is you're trying to fold your legs in between. You're trying to fold your body in between your legs. All right? Let's go. Bring that belly button down. Bring it down some more. Use your hands for support if you're first getting started. And if you're ready for something more hardcore, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 25, 24. Keep on focusing on bringing the belly button down. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, we're done. Walk your hands forward into something stable so most of your weight is not on your legs anymore. Try to wiggle your legs in underneath you. If you need to, you can wiggle your toes, your heels, your toes, your heels, your toes, your heels in towards the center of your body until your legs are underneath you. Walk your hands up your thigh until you're back into standing, and that is our standing pancake. For some of you who have not so great balance, you might have been better off starting in a really high seated pancake. The reason why we do the standing pancake is because for most of us, for most people's mobility, the standing pancake is going to get a lot more benefit from gravity pulling you down. All right. When you do a seated pancake, you're a little bit more stable. Gravity's not pulling as hard because for most of us, we're going to be stuck in a position that looks a little like this, right? We're not really leaning very far forward. Gravity's not pulling us down. To get the same effects from gravity as before, we'd have to get super close to horizontal, and that's a lot of flexibility when you're seated. Okay, so to make use of a seated position, I recommend you sit yourself pretty high until you can fold really far forward, and then slowly drop your butt closer and closer and closer to the ground. Cool? If you're a regular, feel free to incorporate the seated pancake and just replace the standing pancake if you know it's going to be better for you. All right? Until then, we're going to move on and continue our show. It's time for us to move into our fourth stretch. What we're doing today is called the pigeon. Usually we have the option between the pigeon or the figure four. If you know which one you prefer, feel free to jump into it. If you're a regular, great, go ahead. If you're not a regular, you're just coming into the show for the first time, let's talk about the pigeon stretch. The pigeon looks a little bit like this. The figure four also looks like this. We're taking one leg, we're crossing it over to the other side to make this shape. We're going to grab the leg, we're going to bring it up towards our belly button, and we're going to bring the belly button down towards our leg, like so. You're going to feel a stretch out here in the side of your hip. This is a glute muscle. And you're also going to feel a little bit of a stretch probably in your hamstrings. Your hamstrings are usually the back of your leg, but when your leg is rotated up like this, it's going to be sort of the inside here. All right. You might also feel a little bit of tension here in the hip where you're actually doing the folding because you're folding. When you're ready, let's come down to the floor and get ready to do the pigeon. All right. Remember, the leg is like this. We're coming down to the floor, and boom, here we are. Our goal here is to find this middle line between our eyes down to our belly button, and we're going to try and fold our whole bodies forward so that middle line touches the midpoint between the knee and the ankle. All right. So for me, that's about here. I'm going to take this middle line. I'm going to try and touch it to this midpoint by folding forward. And it's going to look a little like this. The pigeon is awesome because gravity, just like before, gets to pull you down. All right? You get to work less hard, and gravity helps you out. We have some other details to hash out. If you want, you can do it just like this with your other leg extended out to the side. If you want, you can experiment with having your leg bent just kind of off to the side and see if that's a little bit easier for you. Some people with different amounts of flexibility will find one more difficult or easier than the other. If you want to just focus on forward folding, you can forward fold and do whatever you want with your leg. All right. But if you've done some yoga, you've done some other activities, you're like, wait. This is the pigeon? That's not what I think the pigeon is. And you're thinking about a version of the pigeon where you're extending this leg directly back behind you. We can absolutely do that. In fact, that is what we're going to do. But I like to give you the option, especially if you're just beginning. All right. When you do this version of the stretch, you're going to feel a huge stretch here in the front of the hip. And the first thing touching down to the ground, typically for most of us, is going to be the knee. So you might feel a lot of pressure there. You can grab some knee padding. You can also even come up onto your toes a little bit to help take some pressure off of the knee because your toes are a little bit better at that. But you can also do some other stuff to make that easier. Instead of trying to sit up super straight, you can lean forward a little bit more. The straighter and flatter your body, the less pressure is going to be on the hip, less pressure there's going to be on the knee. Alternatively, you can also elevate your front leg. All right? Oh, hey, look, I got yoga blocks for this. If you elevate your front leg, unless you are insanely flexible already, in which case you probably don't need this show, your hips are going to come up. When your hips are up higher, your back leg is going to have way more room for activities. I mean, just hanging out. All right? It'll be easier to extend the leg back. Your knee probably won't touch the ground, and your toes can take on most of the burden. All right. This does not have to be a stack of yoga blocks. You can use a coffee table, use an ottoman, use a couch, use a bed. As long as it's relatively stable, it can support your weight. You're good to go. All right. Now that you know way too much about the pigeon, let's actually do it. All right, I'm gonna do the pigeon with the leg back extended. You can do whichever version that you prefer. Off to the side, whatever. All right, let's go. This leg is cutting across the body. Back leg is going back. We're trying to fold that middle line down to the midpoint between the knee and the ankle, and let's go. Fold, 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 fold. I want you to bring your belly button down as low as you can go. Keep your hips low. Never let your hips come higher than your shoulders, than your head. All right? Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Exhale. Turn into jello. Melt into the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Really focus on relaxing. It's going to sound crazy because you're focusing on relaxing, but let your low back relax. Let your belly button relax. Let yourself sink into the floor. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our pigeon stretch. Super fast. We're going to switch over to the other side and continue. Usually I rotate, but this time I don't have enough room behind me to rotate, so I'm just going to switch the leg and keep facing that way. All right. We're taking that leg, crossing it across the body, putting our bodies in position. Stick the leg behind you if you want. You can always leave it off to the side. No pressure. And bring that belly button down. Keep the hips low. Fold, 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 fold. Sink into the floor. Melt into the ground. 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 28, 27. Keep breathing. Big, huge exhales. Release the tension in your chest. Release the tension in your core. Sink a little deeper into the ground. Don't fire your low back muscles. Let them all relax. Sink, 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 sink. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. If you feel like the stretch suddenly got super easy, chances are your foot slipped and it slid towards your groin. If you want, you can just leave it and keep going, chilling, sinking a little deeper into the stretch. Alternatively, you can grab your big toe and you kind of pull up on your foot, pull your foot towards your face. Even if you move like 1 centimeter or like half an inch, it's going to feel crazy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our pigeon stretch. Oh, come on out of it. Take your time. And we're done with 4 of our 5 stretches. Wow, the time has flown by. It's 45 already. Okay, we're done with 4 of our 5 stretches. The fifth and final stretch that we're going to do is the side splits. If you've never been here before, this is a 45 to 60 minute long side splits and hip mobility show. And we do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the training that we put ourselves through every day a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. And if you like side splits, if you like the idea of working on your hip mobility, if you need a little bit of help with your consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back, right? Because that's what we are all about. We go live at 9 p.m. every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you're not in the Eastern time zone, that 9 p.m. show starts 46 minutes ago. Whatever time that is for you, 46 minutes ago, that's when we start every single day, Monday through Sunday, all right? Now, I think it's time to move on to the side splits, all right? The first thing I want you to do is grab a little bit of hand support. If you have some big yoga blocks, that will do. If you got a small stool, that will be perfect. If you have some really solid something relatively low to the ground, like a coffee table, a ottoman perhaps, that will work. All right. The reason why we need you to grab something is because we're going to use it to support our hands. At some point or another, we're going to get into a position that looks like this. Our legs are going to be wide. Our hands are going to be supporting some of our body weight on something like this. All right. So go ahead and grab it. It could be a stack of textbooks. It could be uh, a chair, even. Yesterday, I demonstrated a little bit with a chair. If the chair is a little bit higher, you can stick your elbows on it and get a little bit lower. All right. If it's a lot of help that you need, the chair can still be perfect. You can fully extend your arms. All right. The lower the object, the more likely your arms will be fully extended. All right. Whew. Hopefully, when I was telling you all sorts of different things to grab potentially, you grab something because we're gonna get ready to start. All right. Keep your hand support in front of you. Preferably, it's not something that will totally topple over the second you put some pressure on it. If it is, be careful, right? Try not to super lean onto it in one direction or another so that it tips over. And let's get ready to begin. If you're at home, I want you to please stick your butt up against the wall. I know I'm not against the wall right now, but I prefer if you guys were up against the wall, set your butts touching the wall right now. Then I want you to take a tiny little baby step forward. A tiny, tiny, tiny little step. All right? I want you to open up your legs decently wide. Doesn't have to be crazy. 45-ish degrees is fine. From here, we're going to fold forward. We're going to take our belly button. We're going to bring it down to the ground. If you're feeling some tightness, some pain in the hips already, stop. Bring your legs in together just a little bit, and then we're going to fold forward. When you fold forward, I want you to put your hands on your hand support, right? On your stool, on your ottoman, on your textbooks, whatever it is. And I want you to sort of adjust your positioning till you find something relatively comfortable where you feel like you're in control. Your butt should be resting against the wall. Your feet should be on the ground, legs should be wide, and your hands should be on your hand support. All right? From here, we're going to rotate our legs. Just now, we talked about how there might be a pinching sensation in your hips. That typically comes when this bulgy part of your thigh bone smashes into your hips. When you open up your legs directly up to the side like this, that will happen at some point or another for like 99% of people. To get that to not happen when you want to lift your legs so that you can get into a side split, you got to rotate the leg. All right. What we're going to do is exactly that, rotate the leg so that the heel is down, the toes are pointing up, and the knees are pointing up. And we got to do this on both sides. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Because I'm a little closer to the phone, I have to do this from a really high position. Usually I would demonstrate this a little bit lower. But if this makes sense, we're going to get a little lower. All right. Put your hands on your hand support. Butt is resting against the wall. Heels are down. Let your legs slide out a little bit further. All right. Again, your knees and your toes are pointing up. Hands are on your hand support. Your butt is against the wall. Right now, I want you to find a really comfortable position where you feel like you're not going to slip, where you feel like you're not going to fall, where you feel like you're in control. The reason why we care about this is because if you feel like you're about to topple over, if you feel like you're about to hurt yourself, your muscles are going to tense up. They're going to struggle to keep you from falling. And when you're all tense, you're not going to relax. You're not going to get deeper into your stretch. All right. So, again, find a relatively comfortable, stable, feeling spot. Your butt is resting against the wall. Your hands are on your hand support. Your hands are supporting some of your weight. Your legs are not slipping. All right. Once you're here, we're going to breathe. We're going to try to relax. We're going to take a big breath in. Inhale. Hold. Slowly exhale. And see if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. All right. We're going to do that again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's go. Third time. Inhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. At this point, your legs have shifted, your butt has shifted, everything has shifted. Take a second, adjust, find a new comfortable spot that you feel stable in. All right. And if you're ready for more, you can try to do a little wiggle. These are optional. You don't have to do this. All right. If you're ready for more, you can do a little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left, little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left. See if you can just get a little tiny bit more. Now, we're ready. This is it. Your toes are currently pointing up. Your knees are pointing up. Your head is pointing up. We're in a deep side split now. 30 seconds. We're holding it. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. See if you can slide your thing out of the way, your hand support. Oof. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Bring your legs in underneath you. And that is our first side split. Take a couple seconds. Catch your breath. Relax. Kneel. Chill. Find a comfortable position. And relax. We're going to shake out our legs, reduce some tension, and get ready to prepare ourselves for our second side split. You might not know this, but we're doing 3 rounds of 30 seconds of side splits. That was number one. We got 2 more. Let's go. Come on up into standing, and let's shake it out. Shake out the ankles. Start nice and gentle and slow. But as you get more comfortable with the idea of shaking out your ankles, pick up the intensity, shake a little bit harder, flop a little bit harder, and go shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. What we want to see, what I want you to see in your own ankle is your leg shaking further and further and further, going wider and wider, and getting a little looser. Because when your muscles are loose, your leg is going to be able to shake a little bit further. All right? Let's go do the other side. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. All right. Take a couple of steps. If your legs are feeling a little bit better compared to when you first stood up, that's a good sign. We're going to move on into some hip movement. All right. I want you to put all of your weight into one leg, and I want you to put the big toe of the other leg down on the ground. I want you to bring the knee in and out and in and out and in and out. What's moving right now is this thigh bone where it connects into your pelvis in the hip socket. All right. Nothing else has to move. I want you to really contract your glutes to open it up. I want you to really contract this muscle in the front of the hip to help bring the knees together. And if you're new to the show, I want you to really focus on building strength, building control. And once you've done a little bit of that, we can shake out a little bit faster. We can relax. We can go flop around and chill. All right, let's switch to the leg. All your weight in one leg. Big toe is down, in, out. Take your time with it if you're new. Focus on that range of motion. Focus on that control. Flex those muscles. And once you're ready, you can shake it out. Relax, flop around, and let's give everything a nice big shake and get ready to get into side split number 2. We explained in depth in that first round, so I'm going to take it up a level in terms of the speed at which I go through the things. And I hope you're ready, because grab your hand support. We're getting started. That's what the cuz was about. Because we're getting started with side split number 2. Grab your hand support, bring it in front of you, butt up against the wall. Take half a step forward. Open up those legs. Make sure there's no pain in the hips. Fold forward. Put your hands down. Let your legs go wide. Find a comfortable spot to rest your butt, rest your hands, have your legs wherever they are going to be. And let's rotate the legs. Boom. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Boom. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Hands on your hand support, butt against the wall. You are in a supported position. Slowly slide a little bit deeper into your stretch. Yours does not have to look like mine. All right? If you are much higher up, that's okay. Don't worry about it. From here, we're going to find a comfortable spot so that you don't feel like you're about to slip. You don't feel like you're about to topple over. You don't feel like anything but you're in control. And once you feel like you're in control, I want you to relax. Big breath in, inhale, hold, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale, hold, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Again, inhale, hold, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. These are optional. If you want to try to push a little further, you can do a little wiggle to the right, a little wiggle to the left, a little wiggle to the right, a little wiggle to the left. See if you can get just a tiny bit more. From here, we're going to change it up. We're ready for side split number 2. All right. What I want you to do is walk your hands forward a little bit. so that your hands and your shoulders are in a straight line, one's above the other, and it looks like you're about to do a push up. When you do this, you're going to pull your whole body forward. Your knees and your toes are going to point forward at like a 45-ish degree angle. That's going to change the focus of the stretch to the inner thighs. That's what we want. 30 seconds, let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. If the stretch doesn't feel intense enough for you, you can bend at the elbows. That'll put more weight into your legs. 20, 19, 18, 17. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. By the way, I'm not using the hand support, but you can absolutely be still using your hand support. 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our second stretch. Super fast compared to that first one. Bring your legs in underneath you. Come on out of that position. Relax, chill, catch your breath. And when you're ready, let's shake it out. Come on back up into standing. And let's go. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Shake some more. Shake again. Keep shaking. And relax. Remember, the goal is to let your muscles relax. You don't have to shake super fast. You don't have to shake super hard. Those all are kind of related to how relaxed the muscles are, but you don't have to be that relaxed. All right? It's okay. Do the other side. Start nice and gentle. Pick up the intensity. You don't have to go 0 to 100. You don't have to do it right away. You don't have to do it at all. Take it nice and slow. Pick up the intensity if you want, if it feels good. Shake it out a little harder if you like. But there's absolutely zero pressure to go crazy and go. All right. That'll probably just make you uncomfortable. Let's continue into the hips. All your weight on one leg, big toe is down, knee in, knee out, knee in, knee out, knee in, knee out, knee in, knee out, knee in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and in and out, and whew, other leg. All your weight on one leg, big toe is down in the other, in and out, and 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 let's shake out everything. Shake out your arms. They were supporting your weight. On your hand support, shake out your legs. They were suffering because you were doing side splits. And flop around. Try to get your body to relax so that we can get into our third and final side split. Y'all ready? Let's go. Get your hand support in front of you. Get your butt up to the wall. Bear with me. I'm not in front of the wall, but just pretend I am. I recommend being in front of the wall. Open up those legs. Make sure your hips don't hurt. Fold forward, bring the belly button down. Put your hands on your hand support. All right? Once you are here, open up those legs a little wider. Externally rotate so that your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are pointing up. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. Butt is against the wall, and I want you to slowly slide on down. Find a comfortable spot for you where you don't feel like you're going to tip, where you feel like you're in control. And let's breathe. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's go a third time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Try to sink a little deeper into your stretch. If you are not sinking deeper into your stretch, if you're feeling totally stuck, that's okay. All right. The goal is to relax. If you don't actually get too far in that relaxing goal, that's okay. We got time. This show is about consistency, practicing it, and sometimes you just need a little bit of time to learn how to do it. All right. Relaxing is not that easy, especially when you're in a crazy position like this one. All right. Now, if you're regular, if you want to do a little bit more, feel free to do a little wiggle. Ready? Lean to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, so you can get a little bit more. Push that leg out, and we're ready for side split number 3. You got options. First one, toes up, knees up, head pointing up. That side split. Second one, hands in front of you. You're feeling the stretch in the inner thighs. All right, your toes and your knees are pointing forward at a 45-ish degree angle. Pick whichever one you want. Get into it. We're holding for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. That is our third and final side split. Put your hands down. Find yourself in some position that's not the side split. Pull your legs in underneath you. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. That was our third and final side split. All right. Take a couple breaths. Congratulations, you've done all the hard stuff. All right. When you're ready, we're gonna shake it out just like before. Come on back up into standing. Take your time with this one. And let's go. Shake, 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 shake. Shake out your ankles. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Shake a little harder. Shake some more. Shake, 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 shake. And drop that ankle. Other side. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Add in the other parts of your body. This is the last big shake, shake, shake. So just let everything relax. Flop around. Turn yourself into a giant overcooked piece of spaghetti that you forgot in the pot and is going as it slips out of the pot as you dump it into the drain. And that's you. Flop around, shake, and let's wrap this up with some hip stuff. All your weight on one leg. Big toe is down. Bring that knee in and out and in and out. Remember, the goal is to build strength, build control first, and then after that, you can relax, you can get loose, you can shake, you can flop, you can chill. Other side. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Shake, 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 shake. Relax, chill. All right. We're gonna do a couple of quick joint checks. There's like 2.5 moves, and we'll be done. And I'll look at the chat, do some Q&A, stuff like that. All right. What we're gonna do, real slow, is some deep, deep, deep hip circles. I want you to open up your legs a little bit. I want you to really lean your hips into these hip circles. Really explore the full range of motion, and come on around. And slowly work that whole range of motion. Oh man, come on through. Switch sides. Oh yeah, that is my side of the hip right here. Oh, I tend to feel the stretches, or after the stretches, I tend to feel it right here in the left and right side of the hip the most. And need to give that the most attention. Whew. All right, that is our hip circles. We're gonna move on. Do a quick high knee. Boom. This is our half exercise. If your knees come up, we're ready to move on. We're gonna wrap this up with some calf raises. We're gonna do some fancy calf raises. Our feet are gonna be out, hips width apart. Not super close, not super wide. Hips width apart. We're going to drop into a squat, and we're going to lean forward. All right. We're gonna bring our upper body, pointing that away. We're gonna bring our knees, pointing that away. We're gonna get into this looking position. The knees are pushing towards our head, and our head is pushing way over there. And we want to almost feel like we're gonna tip over, tip forward. When you're feeling that way, your toes are gonna kick in. They're gonna grip the floor to keep you from falling, and the arch of your foot should kick in to help support you too. All right. From here, we're gonna do some calf raises. Put your hands down on either side. Do a couple of calf raises. Lift those heels if you can. And if you need to elevate your hands because you can't fold quite as deep as you need to give yourself some hand support, feel free to grab something else like a wall. I have this trusty wooden shoe thing. So once you've done enough calf raises, you're like, okay, this is too much. I'm done. Congratulations, we just finished our show. If you're able to do most of the calf raise thing that we just did, chances are your knees, your hips, your ankles, your feet are working pretty well together, your tendons, your joints, and your muscles. So, thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing consistency, working on your side splits, working on your hip mobility, because we are done for